it's Ali from Little Hill Homestead. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys two things. I'm going to be showing you guys how to roast a turkey breast. With the Thanksgiving holidays upon us, you can get a turkey breast for a pretty dang low price right now. Sales are great, and you can buy them and freeze them, one thing, or you can buy them and cook them in advance and make lunch meat. That's what we're doing today. I'm going to show you guys how we make our own lunch meat using this new little contraption that we got. This is a Vevor commercial meat slicer. This thing is awesome, and it's a game changer if you make your homemade lunch meat like we do. We stopped buying commercial lunch meat because of some of the things that they put in it that cause cancer, can lead to dementia. I mean, look it up, the things that can be in some of the processed meats that you eat. It's kind of alarming, actually. But one of the ways that we stopped worrying so much about it is we make our own lunch meat. So today I'm going to show you guys how we made a 5-pound turkey breast and how we make this amazing sliced lunch meat. It works for ham, it works for turkey, you can use it for chicken, you can use it on frozen meats, which is awesome because we use it for dog treats now. So that's why it's kind of dirty right now. I'm going to run some frozen chicken through it right now. But things like we buy cheese in bulk, and so we use this now to slice our cheese into like stuff for hamburgers and stuff like that. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys today how we make our turkey breast for the Thanksgiving holiday. And if you're a smaller family like we are, it's kind of perfect. A little 4 or 5 pound turkey breast, low cost, and you make a big old boatload of turkey for your little lunch meat sandwiches. Anyways, keep watching, you guys. Hey guys, our turkey breast this is a 5-pound turkey breast. We got it from Butcher Box. Right now is a great time to get good deals on turkey of any kind. If you're a smaller household or don't want to cook an entire bird, a turkey breast is a good way to go because you got 2 hours and you're done. I'm going to take a little bit of avocado oil in our little spray bottle. I'm just going to spray the outside so that it gets just a little crunch on the skin. I also sprayed our 9x13. I'm just going to do it in 9x13 pan because that's what I've got. I have a roaster, but it just doesn't need quite that much space. There you go. So if you guys are doing this for Thanksgiving, I would definitely do more traditional Thanksgiving. Think thyme or garlic powder, onion powder, things like that that are more traditional Thanksgiving flavors. Because ours is going to be a lunch meat instead, because it's going to be a lunch meat instead, I'm doing salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. And all I do is kind of sprinkle it kind of all over it. What I do is I do it heavy on one side, and then I use that for my hand to get it on the other side, if that makes perfect sense. Oop. We make our own granulated onion, and sometimes it sticks together because we don't add like gums or anything to it. It's totally fine. We have a video on that too, if you haven't seen it. We've got some garlic powder. Give that just a good sprinkle of garlic powder. If you just want to do like a peppered turkey, because this is lunch meat like I was saying, you can go heavy on whatever you want, you guys. Have at it. Salt, optional. You don't have to do salt. I like to do just a little bit of salt, but we like to try to stay low sodium, so I don't get too heavy with it, but I like a little. The last thing we need is, I'm using the last of our butter that we've got on our little room temperature butter, is you're going to find the edge of the skin where it hits the turkey breast, and you can kind of squeeze your hand. I don't know how to show this best. If you pull it, you can get in there with your fingers and loosen the skin from the breast so that it makes a pocket. And you can season more in there. If you want to throw like fresh herbs in there too, that's delicious. You don't want to go all the way through because you want to make like a pocket. We're going to take our room temperature butter and kind of just squish it and push it into that little cavity. That's going to melt in there and make really, really delicious stuff happen. You can do it from the outside a little bit to get it kind of squished in there. But that'll also, as it melts, it'll go all over the bird or the turkey breast to get completely good to go. Now I'm going to use my hands, like I was saying, and kind of rub some of our spices on all sides of our lovely piece of meat here. If for some reason you're like, I don't need all this skin, you can take it off. I would do it after you cook it like we do. You kind of want it to keep it moist. So there we go. That is our turkey. We're going to put this in a 350-degree oven. I do mine because it's 5 pounds. I do it for 2 hours. You want the internal temperature to hit 165, but an hour and a half to 2 hours is kind of where you're aiming. So I'm going to go ahead and get it into our oven, Pearl, and I'll kind of give you check-ins What I do as well is while it's cooking, it's going to release juices into your pan. I'll just take a spoon and kind of tip it and baste it here and there just to kind of keep the juices on there. Nobody wants a dried out turkey breast, so there you guys go. So I'm gonna pop it in my oven, and I'll see you guys. Well, I can pop it in there with you guys, right? 350 degrees, going in. Set your timer for 2 hours. Can't even do it on this one. It doesn't go high enough. I'll do it on my other one once it's turned off because I know how much you guys love when I tell her to do a timer. Okay, so that is it. We'll see you in a couple hours. All right, guys, our turkey just came out of the oven. It was an hour and 55 minutes for it to get to temperature. Look at that. I know the pan looks a little dirty, but look at that beauty. Look at that skin, nice and crispy. It's fully cooked through. I'm going to let it sit for 20 to 30 minutes to kind of just chill so that I can handle it. And then I'm going to show you how we use our meat slicer to slice it up for lunch meat. So okay, guys, it's time for us to cut our turkey. So I have our turkey breast loaded in our meat slicer. We got this meat slicer, so we bought a less expensive one. And we said, if we use it as much as we think we might, then we'll justify spending more money on a nicer one. So we upgraded and we got this one from a company called Vevor, Vevor. This is their name. This is the commercial slicer. This thing knocks the socks off the other one. Like the other one is getting donated back to the thrift store. This thing is heavy duty. It's commercial. It's like something you'd see at like a good sandwich shop, but we use it all the time. You can use it on frozen meat. So we do the dog's treats on here now. We do all of our own lunch meat. You can slice cheese like you're going to do like bulk order from a place like we do. You can do cheese slices. I think any meats, we do frozen beef and we fry it and we do like beef broccoli with it. We do our turkey meat. You can do ham lunch meat, stuff like that. I'm trying to think of what else we've used it for. Shawn does tri-tip sandwiches and we thin slice a tri-tip that he's barbecued and then we put barbecue sauce on it on a roll. Man, that stuff is awesome. If you guys are in the, if you're looking for a meat slicer, let me show you how awesome this thing is. It has a dial down here. All you do is turn it and it will kind of move the blade or move this piece, I guess. So you can get really thin sliced lunch meat or you can get thicker sliced lunch meat. It just depends on what you like. I don't like it so thin that I have to use like 17 pieces to taste that there's lunch meat on there, right? So let me just hit the on button. This little piece moves. It has teeth on the back. So as you get back, like as the meat scooches down as you're slicing it, you can use these to push it forward. And then it has some up here so that you can use that to kind of hold the meat when it's not down low enough yet. I'm doing this at a 2. If you want it thicker, you can do it thicker. If you want it thinner, you could literally do paper thin on this thing, you guys. It is so easy to use that I find myself looking for reasons to use it now. Hence the turkey breast. So we make all our own lunch meats, like I was saying. And so, oops, it's got stuck because I paused. Hold on. There we go. So I just literally just sit here and slice. It'll take me less than 5 minutes to slice this whole thing. I'll do a 5-pound turkey breast like this. Let me show you the slices that I'm doing. They're nice and thin. Aren't those beautiful? So you have fresh turkey for your lunch meat. Sandwiches, you can, I do 5 pounds at a time because that's just what I found. But if you do bigger or smaller, you can freeze if you have leftovers. I'm literally not even pushing on this, you guys, and it's just going. I might do a few pieces thicker for tonight. Let me see if I can move it up now. I might do a little thicker for tonight, but anything left, I'll like put some into like a Ziploc or a container. Anything that's left, I will food saver bag and seal and put them in the freezer. So we'll have lunch meat for a couple months just by one day of cooking a turkey breast. How easy is that? Like I was saying, if you can find like pre-cut, pre-done ones at like Sam's Club or those kinds of places this time of year, go for it. You can do roast beef. You can, I mean, think of anything. As long as there's no bone, you can go to town with this guy. I mean, like, I'm not even pushing you guys. This is ridiculous. This thing is very easy to use. There is a handle over here if you want to do it like you work at Jimmy John's or something. Anyways, if you need a good lunch meat slicer, this is the way to go. Like I said, we've switched to not using any kind of commercial lunch meats because of the things they put in them. I just disagree with the ingredients. We have a family member that passed away from dementia, and so we do our best to avoid things that may cause that they have found can cause that. It's a brutal disease, and anything we can do, especially like this, easy. Okay, I'm gonna reach in here and just pull some of it out of the way because it's getting really stacked up. Usually I put a plate down here or some kind of container. Usually Shawn's with me, and while I'm sitting here slicing, he'll grab and get it all put up for me. But my favorite thing to do with this is, like, after I'm done with this, I have some frozen chicken. I will do slices, and I do the dog's treats that way now, so that I don't have to slice it while it's raw. It's way easier to slice when it's frozen. So I'm at the end. It's hitting my little pegs. I'm finished, you guys. How easy was that? What was that? Less than 4 minutes to do a whole 5-pound turkey breast. And what it does, it just leaves one little chunk at the end. How easy is that? So like I was saying, I will put this in food saver bags and I will separate it out so we have our lunch meat for the next couple months with just one baking. So it took me 2 hours with it in the oven. It's hands off, which I think is great. But think of the things you could do with this. I'm going to use it right now to do some turkey or to do some chicken for the dogs. But like I said, we do cheese with it. We do beef with it. We've done ham with it. Anything that you can get on a good deal that you want to slice up and use this lunch meat, good to go. So that is our slicer and that is our turkey lunch meat, you guys. Like, how beautiful is it? Let me just hold up some of this. That's our turkey lunch meat. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, that's what Shawn and I are having that for dinner tonight. We're doing it on some fresh rolls with a cranberry jalapeno jelly that we make. It's gonna be delicious. So anyways, that's our turkey lunch meat, you guys. If you have any questions about anything, I'll link the Vevor slicer below, and then of course Butcher Box. I will link them below. They have the turkey breast right now for the month of November, and it's delicious meat, you guys. I'm not kidding. Anyways, I have a little more to slice, some random little pieces, but we'll get to it, and then we're gonna eat some sandwiches, you guys. Thanks so much for watching.
Oh, sorry.
Didn't see you there.
This is Ali from Little Hill.
He still doesn't know the name of our dang channel. It's
Homestead.
a year, you guys. We're in a year, and my husband still can't say Little Hill. It's hard.
It's a funny word.
LHH. We'll call it LHH. No, we're not calling it LHH.
No, we're not.
Okay. Crazy intro. Too long.
So,
hey guys, it's Ali from Little Hill Homestead.
And Shawn.
And my husband's here today too with me. So somebody recently told me we have a lot of kitchen gadgets, and we do. We're very frugal in a lot of places in our lives so that we can afford to spend money on stuff you probably don't need. No, that's not the nicest way to say it. This is a terrible intro.
Well, okay. So what we're doing right now is we're debating on whether we start this whole thing over or we just keep going.
But that also makes a great, like, hey YouTube, no, hey Facebook and Instagram, go check out my YouTube video that goes like this.
So watch this and then watch the next one because we're starting over, but we'll post this too.
Over, but this will be...
Is it working now?
Yes, yeah, it's recording. We're good.
Oh, I'm in the way?
No, you're just fine where you are.
In that case. All right.
Hey, Al, it's Ali and Shawn from Little Hill Homestead.
Little Hill Homestead.
He can say our name.
If you guys saw our botch earlier, well, this is real life. So
if you guys didn't know, by the way, we have a Facebook and an Instagram, and we post things there that maybe we don't post on YouTube. So go check them out. Little Hill Homestead. We're everywhere. But
correct.
We love kitchen gadgets. A lot of you guys say, like, you guys have a lot of kitchen gadgets, and we do. We have a lot of kitchen gadgets.
We do.
But today we're going to show you a really cool one.
And each one has a specific purpose. Like, I use a knife, like,
for certain
we
things.
have knives
We have certain,
on our wall over here, and like everyone has a specific purpose. Like this one's for chicken, this one's for pork, this one's for
people have
tomatoes.
requested us to do a video on that, so we will.
Well, we'll do that. But
a while ago, we were debating on buying a meat slicer, and I found one at a thrift store for like $4, and we wanted to see. This is my theory with everything. See if you're going to use it, and if you go, you know what, I pulled that out way more than I thought I would, then you can invest in a better one, say bread makers.
I got all into it. I was like, yes, this $4 meat slicer, it was actually pretty good. But we were lucky enough to get this awesome professional grade meat slicer from a company called Vevor. And this thing, I should pull the other one out because the other one
was made of plastic, and it was kind of...
It served our purpose.
It was a $4
but
meat slicer.
This is awesome. I feel a little bit like Danny DeVito in the whatchamacallit commercials here with this thing, because it's
sandwiches.
like, oh yeah, oh.
The other one was very much like home one. But if you're a person that slices a lot of meat, this thing is awesome, you guys. We've been